you know, and so they ain't got nothing to play for. And I'm going, nah, man, you messing with people's pride now. You prideful about your job. You don't want nobody telling you, no matter how much you make, that you lay down on the job. We don't do that. This is America. The last thing you want to be accused of in the United States of America is not having no hustle. People be working on their days off because they do not want to suffer the shame of not having no hustle. This ain't France. This ain't Spain. We ain't got no siestas, and we don't take naps in the middle of the day. We work all damn day long.
We work all damn day long. We work all damn day long.
All right, shalom, shalom. As always, I want to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakah Kodash, as well as the salutations upon to the elders and apostles that have been laboring in this truth, as well as helping younger brothers such as myself understand this 144% true doctrine of the Bible that's been hidden from us for so long. In this video being titled Egypt All Over Again. And what this guy was saying, I thought was spiritual and symbolic on two levels. Number one, of why this is Egypt all over again, he was speaking about how it's a shame, it's an embarrassment, especially as a Jake man, so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American man, as an Israelite man, to not have no hustle, to not have no work ethic. You know, further highlighting that we're still slaves. Pursuant to Baruch 3 verse 8, we are yet this day in our captivity. The second reason why I thought this was spiritual, this guy being a football analyst, he was speaking on the Memphis Tigers defeating the Florida State Seminoles. Now, Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt was Memphis. All right, so you had the Memphis Tigers of Memphis, Tennessee, beating the Florida State Seminoles. Florida State, the Seminoles, that would represent the Israelites, specifically the tribe of Reuben down there of Florida. Okay, so it's just another of many reasons this hit me. And then as well as Memphis, you know, the biggest movie of my lifetime in Memphis was that movie Hustle and Flow, as well as the minor league affiliate of the Memphis Grizzlies are the Memphis Hustle. This Jake was talking about, it's a shame, it's an embarrassment to not have no hustle, which once again shows you this is Egypt. All we know is working our damn ass off, as this Jake would say. We work all damn day out here in Babylon the Great America. As well as let's go to the Revelation, the 17th chapter, because he mentioned France and Spain. This is the United States. This ain't no damn France. This ain't no Spain. Well, this is all part of the beast system that we're currently as Israelites in captivity under. Okay, as you see the French right here, one of those heads. Okay, the beast spoken on with 7 heads and 10 horns, and then you see the Spanish right here. So America not only is modern day Egypt, she's also the whore that rideth upon that beast right here, with that cup of abominations, that cup of the blood of the Israelites, gain gotten by deceit. So I thought what this guy was saying was very spiritual on many levels. But once again, what really got me is we work all damn day. This is America. This is one of the most overworked countries on the planet that most don't realize it until they get here. Welcome to bondage. And here we go, just a couple of visual examples of this being Egypt all over again. This is the Luxor Casino in Las Vegas, on the Las Vegas Strip. This is, I believe, the Bass Pro Shop Center in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Again, ancient Memphis, the capital of ancient the capital of ancient Egypt was Memphis. This is in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, a pyramid. This is in the capital of California, Sacramento, a pyramid right outside its downtown next to the river, either the American, I believe, or Sacramento River up there in Sacramento, the capital of the largest state in Babylon the Great America. You got a pyramid posted up, as well as we have what's known as an obelisk, which is on the screen you see of the Washington Monument, and we look up that word obelisk. An obelisk is a tall, slender, tapered monument with 4 sides of pyramidal or pyramidian top, originally constructed by ancient Egyptians. Okay, and that's what we got in the nation's capital, as well as you got pyramids posted up on the money of our fiat currency here in America. Just another clear example. This is Egypt all over again. And I typed in an obelisk. You clearly see an obelisk right here. And what is this called? This is this right here. This temple is called the Luxor. Further going back to right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, this casino being titled the Luxor with its Sphinx posted up right in front. Just a few mini examples that this is Egypt all over again. And we look up the word Egypt really means bondage. This is bondage. America means bitter, and Egypt means bondage. Us as Israelites, going to our 12 tribes chart, we are in a extremely bitter bondage under this beast system, under Esau Edom. But we know, especially us coming to an awakening of who we are, that this is coming to an end, because Esau is the end of the world. Jacob, our people on the screen right here, are the beginning that followeth. And just the definition to further bring home the point, and we'll bring these scriptures out, that Egypt really means bondage, captivity. I looked up the meaning of Egypt, metaphysical meaning of Egypt. Metaphysical meaning of Egypt, from Hebrew name Mizraim, which means shut in, restraint, misery, tribulation, distress. A country in the northeast of Africa where the Israelites were held in bondage for many years. Okay, in America, Babylon the Great America is that modern day Egypt. We gonna get into it. And we are still in bondage. We are in still yet this day in our captivity. Let's waste no more time. Deuteronomy, and Lord willing, I hope that was edifying. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and women, and no man shall buy you. Okay, so we are sold unto our enemies, these heathen nations, in this modern day Egypt, this modern day bondage. Okay, and who's the pharaoh of modern day Egypt? Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called WHITEs. And he's pursuing the Psalms 80, the 83rd chapter, has made a covenant with these heathen nations to take us down, the children of Israel that you see on the screen right here. Okay, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and we've been scattered all over the world for a reproach. And it speaks on, it said in that Egypt again, meaning there was an Egypt before, and we got here by way of ships. So the northern kingdom, after the Assyrian captivity, got to the Americas by way of ships. The southern kingdom up here got here by way of ships through the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, and we currently are being oppressed together under Esau Edom and the rest of these heathen nations, where we're stuck in this bitter bondage. And we are, Lord Thawadi Yahweh Yahushai, he woke us up. Lord willing, we are of that remnant that can make it out of this hell. But it starts with us knowing who we are and knowing that we ain't free. We still slaves to this day. Going back to this Jake. And here in America, we work all damn day. That's all we know, especially as Israelite men in this brutal captivity. We work all damn day out here. Jeremiah 50 verse 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Okay, so you got the southern kingdom basically, which would be Judah, and the northern kingdom, the Israel, are oppressed together. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Anywhere you go in Babylon the Great America, you gonna see us together oppressed. The only place I really saw just northern kingdom by themselves was the tribe of Gad in New Mexico, and it wasn't, they weren't having happy fun time. Okay, we catching straight hell out here. Okay, under the curses and under the rulership of our enemy Esau Edom, as well as the rest of these nations, we are in hard bondage. Let's get that, because the Lord, you know, whether you make it on the first time or have to make it coming back into the kingdom after learning death by pain. When Egypt collapses, this modern day Egypt gets taken down after the third woe in the thermonuclear missiles. We are going to be back in a state of royalty, and the Lord is going to reverse all the oppression that we've experienced on this side, and it's going to be time for our enemies to drink up that double cup of slavery and oppression. Isaiah 14 verse 2 and 3. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass that in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Once again, we in hard bondage. Egypt. We in Egypt all over again. And we know the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world. Esau being you self-proclaimed WHITEs. You're really not white, you're red. And Jacob, the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is the beginning of the world that followeth. We know that we're in hard bondage underneath you. We built up the Americas, just like we helped build up Egypt and the rest of these captivities that we've suffered under. Okay, let's type in bondman. I'm not going to take too much longer. I really hope and pray that this is edifying, because we have been placed as bondmen and bondmaids under these heathen nations. Deuteronomy 15:15. And thou shalt remember that thou was a bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Lord thy power redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee this thing today. Deuteronomy 16 verse 12. And thou shalt remember that thou was a bondman in Egypt, and thou shalt observe and do these statutes. So basically the Lord's saying, hey, don't forget that we were slaves in Egypt, not only ancient Egypt, but modern day Egypt. And the Lord, we are waiting, as patient as we can, trying to rehearse the righteous acts for the Lord to redeem us in this modern day Egypt, this modern day bondage, because we are yet this day in our captivity. We are slaves. We ain't no real king, ain't no real man of power gonna be hustling all damn day. Why would you have to hustle if you don't have to? If we were truly in rulership and power, we'd be sitting on our ass giving out orders like the rest of these heathen nations is. They don't gotta work as hard as Jake gotta do in Babylon the Great, America, modern day Egypt, for nothing, just to pay taxes and be further and broke. And that goes for you entertainers too. You entertainers, you athletes, y'all catching straight hell out here as well, showing that there's no escape from the bondage. There's no escape from the curses. We all are universally catching it as a nation. Okay, but we are keeping the faith that this is that the Lord is going to redeem us with his son Yahweh Shai. He's gonna come back and not meet our enemies as a man, and redeem the elect of Israel. Lord willing, we are of that number. Lord willing. Let's close off on these last two scriptures. First of all, us coming into remembrance of who we are, starting with our elders and apostles and their elders. The Lord woke them up, and now we as a nation are coming into remembrance of who we are. There was a video I just saw today of the New Orleans Saints players, and they were lined up. It was I believe Alvin Kamara, the running back on the Saints, and Derek Carr, the quarterback, and it was their numbers made 144 right there, and then another Jake came up and highlighted that it's 144. This truth is going out. We, Lord willing, we are of that number. Baruch 2 verse 3. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And that captivities is plural, because going back to Baruch 3 verse 8, we have been scattered for a reproach all over the world. Okay, so we've suffered several captivities. So you're going to have Israelites that don't look like these people you would necessarily think on the screen, but they're still Israelites. They're from the seed of Jacob, because we've been scattered all over for reproach. And we knowing this truth, it makes sense. And we are waiting for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to redeem us out of this, once again, bondage, this modern day Israel, this modern day Egypt, okay, under this beast system ruled by Esau Edom. You self-proclaimed so-called WHITEs, okay, also known as NATO, the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns spoken upon in Revelation the 17th chapter. Okay, we are yet this day in our captivity under this modern day, this beast system in modern day Egypt. Let's close off on this. Luke 21 verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And that's why when I typed in bondman and we read some scriptures from Deuteronomy the 15th and 16th chapter, the Lord was reminding us that we were slaves back in ancient Egypt, and he redeemed us. Well, he's going to pull the greatest redemption of all time in this modern day Egypt, okay, with those what we're seeing more and more each day, which are the chariots of the Lord, which is known as UFOs. We're seeing more sightings of that. That's how he's going to beam up his chosen people of Israel, the Israel of Israel, out of this current day bondage. Okay, Lord willing, that's sooner than ever, because we are yet this day in our captivity. Going back to what inspired me to do this lesson, where we working all damn day long, and we're tired of this shit. Spoken on in Daniel 7 verse 25, where Esau Edom, modern day Pharaoh, is seeking to wear up the saints and is screwing up and changing all the laws and ordinances. We're tired of this shit. This is exhausting, but this is a punishment, but it's a blessing to know that this punishment has an end. I hope and pray that this was edifying. Shalom.